A very good afternoon from the heart of Daulat, Qatar, and welcome to the breathtaking West End International Stadium. The stage is set for a thrilling encounter in the ACC Men's Under-16 West Zone Cup 2025. It's the clash of the Gulf Giants today, Kuwait taking on Saudi Arabia in what promises to be a cracker of a contest. The sun is out, the conditions are perfect, and the young guns are raring to go. Buckle up for some high-octane youth cricket action, whereas Saudi Arabia are yet to find their first 2 points, and Kuwait has come after a raring victory in their previous encounter. And before more than we go ahead, let's go towards the pitch report, where we've got Reza in the center.
Well, the stage is set, the spirits are high, and the talent is unstoppable. It's the ACC Men's Under-16 West Zone Cup 2025, and I'm here at the side and having a closer inspection of this as I go down on this one. It no longer looks like the batting paradise that it was at the beginning of the tournament, and proof of that is in the pudding, with the last 2 games being low-scoring ones, particularly with the sides winning the toss, batting first, not yielding as many runs as they would have liked. However, spinners have really enjoyed their stay out here in the middle. They've got the ball to bounce, turn, and also this pitch has offered natural variation to the bowlers. Having said that, if you're a batter, it's not all doom and gloom for you. If you can apply yourself, weather that early storm, there are runs to be had out there. So all in all, a balanced surface really, which supports both batters and bowlers.
Right, it's about fire and passion. It's about the ACC Under-16 West Zone Cup 2025. As the stage is set, Kuwait taking on Saudi Arabia. The former having played 1-1. They're still well and truly alive in this tournament, while Saudi Arabia are reeling at the bottom, still looking for their first victory. As we speak, just the right time to go down to Harman Saini, who's out there for the all-important toss.
Men's Under-16 West Zone Cup 2025 in Doha, Qatar. Game number 10. It's Kuwait taking on Saudi Arabia. Both the skippers here on my left. I've got the captain of Kuwait, Umar Abbas. In the center, we've got the captain of Saudi Arabia, Majdi. And to oversee the toss, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who's the match ref. It's going to be Kuwait with the flip, Saudi with the call.
Heads.
Heads is the call.
Head it is.
Head it is. Majdi, you won the toss. What do you decide and why?
We're going to bat first. Again, looks like a pretty good surface to bat on. First innings, heat, pretty humid. Put some runs on the board and hopefully, get 2 points.
Well, yeah, this tournament hasn't gone the way you would have thought of when you got onto the flight to be here. What sort of things went wrong for you?
I think just batting has not clicked up at all, and not getting the starts and not making up to the mark. Batting, just that's it. Hopefully today.
Any changes?
Yeah, we've got 2 changes. Saad and Farhan are out. Sajjad and Nihan are playing.
All the very best. Give us a good game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Omar?
Yes, sir.
Did you want to bowl first?
No, we would also like to bat first on this pitch, because in the second innings I feel like it's a bit low and tough to chase, but no worries, we'll overcome this challenge as well, inshallah.
You had a terrific day, the previous one. Bat, ball, both. You batted really well. How's the mood in the camp?
Mood in the camp is very good, just want to carry on with the confidence and all the good things, so we'll inshallah carry forward nicely.
Any changes in that lineup?
No, same.
All the very best. So that was the news from the center. Saudi win the toss, decide to go. Bat first.
Right, Saudi Arabia winning the toss, and yet again in this tournament deciding to make the first use of this placid looking track. It's not as placid, however, we've seen that in the last 2 games. The tides have turned indeed in favour of the sides bowling first. And it's been courtesy. Spin as we look at the 2 sides. Kuwait captained by Umar Abbas, Kandar Tushar, Rudransh Panchal, Janil Parag, Muhammad Rishan, Rayan Aiden, Muhammad Ghani, Vihan Jitesh, Pradyot Giri, Aryan Panwar and Daksh Lakshman. Saudi Arabia on the other hand, led by Majdi, Ayhan, Muhammad Saleh, Afan Ali, Mohammed Faisal, Sajad Mansoor, Adil, Daniel, Muhammad Nabil, Faiz Muhammad, Tahir Aslam, Mehan Noor and Abdul Rafi, the wicket keeper. And this is an important contest, particularly for Kuwait. They've won one, lost one, sitting at the mid of the table. Number 4 to be precise. They'd be looking to win this one and win big as well, because that net run rate might as well come into play later in this tournament. They'd be mindful of that, and I don't think they will really mind bowling first, going by what we've seen in the last 2 contests. There is a slight breeze blowing along the ground as I would like to welcome my co-commentator, Harman Saini. Good afternoon, Harman.
A very good afternoon, Reza. Thank you very much. Yeah, the toss is done. Saudi winning the toss, electing to go for a bat first. They want to put up some runs, want to get that desperate 2 points. Whereas Kuwait are confident, although they didn't want to bowl first on this track. As we know, the afternoon game, the batting track is pretty solid. It has something for the batters. But Kuwait says they will bowl well and try and get that another victory on the cards. So as we are just a few moments away from that live action, we've got the 2 infield umpires making their way towards the center. So we've got Mr. Nadeem Anjum alongside Mohammad Usman that will be officiating in this contest, and Mr. Iftikhar Ali is the match ref who was present at the toss time.
Yeah, not an easy job. It's hot, it's humid, and the pressure of expectations. One bad decision, one good decision. There's a fine line between the two, and it could as well result in results being changed or altered in favor of the sides. So a lot of responsibility on their shoulders indeed. Nadeem Anjum and Mohammad Usman, well and truly capable of the job they have on hand here.
Two changes there for the Saudi lineup, and Kuwait are unchanged for this game. They want to have that winning momentum, just like the previous one. The captain had led them from the front, as they have put Farhan and Mohammad Umar Farooq on the bench. As far as Saudi is concerned, it's going to be the skipper, Umar Abbas, to start off things here with the new ball. He's got a slip in position, has been the front runner of performing well, call it with the ball, with the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. He's leading by example, leading from front and spearheading this bowling attack, as well as Majdi on the other hand. We saw him in the last game. He looked $1 million with his technique, a pretty compact batter. Couldn't quite go on after he got a reasonable start. Today is the day for redemption, perhaps, for the Saudi skipper, as they go in with this left-right combination. Umar will be bowling with that breeze on his back, and it'll be interesting to see if there is any sea movement on offer early on. Here we go, the first ball. A bit foolish, and as we were talking about, offering that full phase of the bat, showing the bat maker's name straight away. It will be a test of resilience, test of patience and application as well for these Saudi batters. We've seen them getting off to reasonable starts in this tournament, but they haven't been able to sustain them.
He's been playing well with the straight bat, playing really well. He's been getting that from the middle. Looks very confident, the skipper Majdi, but the other batters have collapsed. They need to put up a show with the bat. You got to put some runs. Kuwait does have a very good batting lineup.
Absolutely, I would like to second you there. And the minimum score they'll be looking for tonight, as we have a close call, a bit of yes and no, indecisive running between the wickets.
Yeah, risky running, I would say. Straight towards the mid-off, challenging the fielder. First runs on the board for Saudi. Takes them 3 deliveries to get there. Ahyan, Mohammad Saleh, who's also the vice captain alongside the skipper Majdi, wanting to beat Kuwait.
They've gone in with a change in tactics in this game. Started off with the left-right hand combination.
That's another dot delivery. And that's the reason why he's got that slip in the cordon. The tall fielder Vihan. He's done well. Vihan yet to strike with the bat. Got a century in the warm-up fixtures against Bahrain.
Yeah, it's never too late, as we see once again a Saudi batter trying to play that ball square of the wicket. Has been the go-to shot for a lot of batters from Saudi in this tournament, and we were putting that down to the fact that concrete surfaces where the ball bounces around a little bit, the bounce is true, they expect to play square of the wicket.
Yeah, it's very different. Can't be comparing concrete wickets to the turf. Whereas you got to play on the merit. The concrete ones come on the bat very nicely. As a batter, you always enjoy on those kind of wickets, but this is a trick in the trade. Oh, brilliant shot. That's in the gap, and that will be the first boundary as well. Here's the over number 1 with a 4. 5 without a loss after 1.
And then right, 5 for none. Saudi then off to a safe start. We saw that boundary last ball. Was able to execute that to precision. It's interesting to see spin already being introduced into the attack.
Well, Kuwait did that in the previous game as well. And I did have a chat with the captain that getting in Rudanch, he said he's our star performer with the ball. Why not have him early on? Okay, nice flight. He's got a very deceptive arm ball as well. That's what he's been trying to get into.
Yeah, left arm orthodox. A lot of teams tend to go for that option early in the power play. And it's mainly down to the fact that left arm spinners these days have that knack of picking up early wickets. So it seems to be an attacking option for the Kuwaiti captain.
Yeah, the left arm spinners have been dominating around the globe. Whereas cricket is concerned, they're dominating the era of bowlers. Gone are the days where the right armers or the leggies did all the wonders. It's all the way left arm spinners. Another dot delivery. No runs on offer. And he's got a good control, especially bowling inside of the power play. Reza, you got to have a very good control with your line and length. You just cannot offer little width or make a little error, and the batter will capitalize on it.
Yeah, we saw that with even the UAE bowlers, the seasoned UAE bowlers. They struggled to grip the ball when they initially started off their spells, although they settled down nicely. But as you rightly pointed out, it's not an easy trade putting those revolutions on the ball early on when the ball is fresh and new and shiny.
And with that single, it's the end of the over number 2. Just a couple of runs conceded. 7 for no loss.
Ehan Mohammed looks like an interesting prospect, doesn't he? That boundary of the last ball of the first over. Timing and placement was absolutely spot on.
He's been a promising talent. Has got the starts but has failed to convert that into a big one. As we've seen players from UAE, Ayan Misbah has been the star in this tournament. A century to start off, and then that half century, a quick one. A little swing there, troubling the batter.
It's a game of technique, temperament and talent, and they certainly seem to have the potential as well as the technique. However, it takes a bit of time to develop that third column of temperament, particularly at this tender age of under 16. They can only learn as they go. Could also be down to their fitness levels. Once they get off to a reasonable start, they've also run around a little bit, tired legs. We saw that in the game between Bahrain and Oman. They were cruising Oman at one stage, chasing a target of 133 runs, but then playing rash shots just because they couldn't dig in. Lacking patience, perhaps a bit of fit.
Yeah, fitness is the key in this format. 50 over, it's a long game. In total, you're playing 100 overs. Oh, inside edge. How did that miss the stumps? Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, that was as silly as a whale in a swimming pool. Unlucky the bowler, inside edge, almost chopping it on, and then a regulation stop. Should have been stopped, really. No excuses there.
And that's the vice captain Kandarp in at mid-on. In there, and a confident one, although it's a dot delivery. But as a batter, you feel good after hitting that.
Yeah, I like how he's committing fully to that front foot. We've seen a lot of batters in this tournament guilty of playing from the crease, neither back nor a change. We see a batter who is prepared to go fully on the front foot. Good signs. And this time defended. End of over number 3. It's 12 for none.
The dot delivery. So the cover point cuts it off.
That's another thing we've seen with these Saudi batters. Their shell really not taking the attack to the opposition, as that ball was nicely played away. They need more of those. Keep the scorecard ticking. Keep rotating.
3.79 every over. If you can manage 3 to 4 runs, that power play, you've got 40-50 on the board without losing wickets. That's power play won by the batting side. Oh, that was a good delivery. Sharply coming in towards the left-hander. Dot ball.
Yeah, anything pitched within the line of the stumps, you ought to give it some respect as a batter. But whenever there is width on offer, you've got to throw. Once again, that's nicely played, playing the ball on its merit yet again, which is fine. Wait for the bad ball.
Yeah, plenty of overs to play for. Keep rotating the strike.
Last ball of the over coming up. and a dot to finish. Saudi Arabia are 14 for none. Well, that's another observed with some of these batters. Trying to defend, unable to cross over for strike. Important to have that release shot as well. Maybe played with soft hands. Go through for a single, run hard if the boundaries have dried up.
And also, Kuwait has been backed by some good fielding. A splendid effort there by Daksh. Diving towards his left, saving those important runs. These dot deliveries, as you mentioned, will create that pressure on the back of the mind of the batter. Urge them to make a mistake. Omar's got a very wide slip. Probably should get a little closer towards the wicket keeper. That's been played beautifully. That's going to be a boundary. Majdi, the moment he hit that stroke, he knew it was a boundary.
Well, that's what we were referring to. The bowler this time erring in length and line as well. Into the batsman, and it was bread and butter. And once it's up there, a delivery like that, you've got to put it away.
And straight away, a change of angle. As he edged it, they are celebrating, the finger goes up. Omar Abbas gets the better of the other captain. Majdi departs, it's 18 for the loss of 1.
Yeah, taking the bait on that occasion was Majdi. A shortish delivery followed up by a foolish one. As we look at that replay again, making the keeper, Saudi Arabia, lose their first wicket, then 18 they are for the loss of 1.
And that's the replay. That change of angle working. Look at that catch. Beautiful. As the skipper departs.
I think he was well set up. A short ball followed by a full one wide outside the off stump. So he was playing with the batter's head there. Pushed him on the back foot and then brought him forward, inducing a false stroke.
Walks out the new batter. The first blood drawn by Kuwait, courtesy of the skipper. Even in the previous game, picked up 3 wickets inside of the power play. And he'd be hoping for something similar in today's game as well. The change of angle, beautifully bowled, I would say. Urging him to go for the drive. Oh, he's cleaned him up, inside edge, chopped on to the stumps. He is on a hat-trick, 2 and 2 by the skipper. The man with the golden arm from Kuwait. It's the skipper himself. Oh, the batter just comes out, sees the wicket and walks back dejected.
Yeah, what was he doing? A loose stroke really, playing from the crease, just hanging his bat at it and inside edge onto the stumps. Should have done better than that. First ball he faced, tentative, and his footwork was all at sea. Two then, it's hat-trick time for Omar Abbas. He's gone bang bang with those wickets. If he's able to do it in the slip, another man comes in. What's the plan? Is he going to go full and straight? Or is he going to move it away from the batter, trying to induce that outside edge once again? Exciting times for Omar Abbas. Hat-trick delivery coming up then. He goes full and straight, and had he missed that, it would have been curtains for the batter. The idea was right, but well played in the end by Nehan.
A brilliant delivery. The hat-trick ball. The hat-trick has been denied. Let's quickly have a look at those 2 wickets that he got in this over. A double strike. First, the skipper Majdi edged away. Brilliant catch there. And the next one, straight away, not a confident shot, chopped onto the stumps as the skipper Omar Abbas delivers yet again. Another loud appeal. They're all appealing for it. As not out, says the umpire. Excitement in this over. What a brilliant over this has been by the skipper. 5 overs done. It's 18 for the loss of 2.
Right, 2 wickets in the last over then, an eventful one indeed. Saudi Arabia.
1 run completed by Ahyan. He's got to play that anchor's role here alongside Faiz. But the skipper has done really well.
I think that shot selection by Majdi was really questionable. He'd already gotten a boundary in that over, trying to go for glory. That ball was just a little bit out of his range, fishing his bat at it and giving away his prized scalp in the process. Not a deal worth conducting, I think.
That's a good shot. They've got the 2 wickets in the first 6 overs itself.
Yeah, and Saudi Arabia come in with not very pleasant memories of this ground. Batting first. We've seen their batters slide after wickets fall in succession, so you wouldn't want to be in that Saudi camp right now. Another dot ball.
Yeah, good discipline here by Rudransh Panchal, as that's the end of the 6th one. 6 overs done.
Right, start then of over number 6. Saudi Arabia in a spotter bother already, going at a run rate of 3.45. Well, that's not an issue at the moment, but that they will be concerned about. These two need to stay out there.
Another good delivery. That'll be another dot ball. You can see the fielders coming in, not standing at the edge of that 30-yard circle. They want to close out that opportunity for a single and build that pressure on these 2 batters. We've got Faiz alongside Ahyan. Yeah, they won't be concerned about the overs. It's the first 2 wickets that have fallen, and if you keep losing wickets at regular interval, you won't be able to put up that runs on the board.
Faiz Ahmad, he doesn't care though. A bit of shimmy down the track. He finds the gap as well between the 2 fielders. A valiant effort there by the fielder, sliding one, same instant. So good cricket all around.
That was excellent fielding in the deep. Good work there. Oh, that's a good shot. Has he got enough bat on ball? It's a long chase, but the ball's going to win it. Ahyan continues to get those fours.
And more evidence of the Saudi batters not minding the ball being a bit short, as we see there. It was short, a bit slow as well, so enough time for him to see it and smack it through covers. And that's one way of releasing pressure. A fence sometimes is the best form of defense. Nicely behind the line of that delivery, and that's fine. You know, you've got a boundary on an over. That's fine for the next 5 to 6 overs, I'd say.
Yeah, build up a partnership. Even if you can get next 10 overs, 30, 40 runs without losing a wicket. I'm sure that would be the message from the dugout as well, from the coaches and the management of Saudi cricket. That's another good strike. It's again in the gap. That's another boundary. Excellent batting here from Ahyan. He pressure at the moment. Look at that replay once again. Just a little width. And he's put that away.
He looks $1 million, doesn't it? Whenever there is width on offer, you're asking for trouble if you offer him that, because 9 out of 10 times it seems he'll be able to put it away. Ahyan Mohammed with that boundary of the final ball of the last over, moving on to 19, having faced 23 deliveries. He looks settled now, so he's got to carry on, and the others need to play around him. Nice looking shot, but once again you were talking about the fielding and the effort they're putting in. They're absolute live wires, these Kuwaiti players, not afraid to throw themselves around in the field, and that does make a large difference in the end. As we look at a field change, there's a man now stationed at that deep mid-wicket boundary. It's an interesting passage of play now. Fires, he's fresh at the crease. At the non-striker's end, and a big appeal for LBW, looks pretty close. And if he didn't get an inside edge onto that one, I thought he was a sitting duck right in front of the...
Yeah, that was a close call. Probably just missing the leg stump. So just inside the trim line, is it? Yes, it is. No signal from the umpire. It's a good start here from Ryan. Finish it off. Just the 1 run conceded. 8 overs done. 30 for the loss of 2.
Right, Ayhan Muhammad surviving a close LBW shout in that last over. And that's the problem, was as a left-hander, if you are playing off the back foot, the natural variation of bounce in the pitch could mean that there would be deliveries keeping low, going straight on, and probably saved in the end by the benefit of the doubt.
Another change of bowling, bringing in Pradyut Giri. It's again watchful. Fires back-to-back dot deliveries, trying to keep it towards that 6-stump line with that slip position. They want those catches to come in. They've also got a fly gully, a backward point, covers, mid-off, mid-on. 1.4 overs remaining of the power play.
Pradyut Giri into his first over, and goes after that ball. It's been missed by the keeper and runs through for 4 byes. An absolute gift for the Saudi team, gleefully accepted. Almost an action replay of that first dismissal. However, the batter fired, bringing it into play, and hence the bat turning at the last second. And once again you can see strong race, a big appeal for caught behind the umpire.
Delivery there from Pradyut. That length on offer, urging him to go for the big heave. Missing the edge of the bat. Mohammad Usman, he isn't convinced. Pradyut, after conceding that boundary, has come back strong.
Yeah, those bowlers. A ball outside the off stump, followed up by one down leg side. Another extra.
We've seen a lot of extras in this tournament in total. On average, first innings, it's been around 20-25. Cuts it away, but there is a fielder. Looking for that quick single. Good running. Taking on the fielder. Very good running between the wickets.
Pradyut Giri into his first over. Nicely played once again by Faiz Muhammad, right behind the line of that delivery, as over number 9 comes to a close. Saudi going at a run rate of 4.08, are 36 for the loss of 2. Width on offer. Faiz would be slightly disappointed he wasn't able to put it away. Ryan Aiden, right arm off spin. We've seen spin to be the norm in this tournament so far. Most teams employing bowlers to. Also, the spinners on offer in this tournament have been quality ones so far, putting not only so providing regular breakthroughs. And by an inside edge, almost chopping it back onto the stumps. Right up in the block hole. think that ball going straight to the keeper. I think that ball going straight to the keeper. As we'll see in that replay, a full delivery. This time he goes for it, straight to the fielder. Pace, spin from one end, pace from the other. He's keeping that line of length on and around that off stump for now, suffocating the batter, hoping for him to make a mistake. As the dot ball tally rises, so does the pressure.
That's flicked in the air. There will be more runs for Saudi. Diving effort with the slide on. A couple of runs added on. Pradyut has got some good lateral movement as well with the new ball. So good batting from Faiz and Ahyan, building up that partnership which is much needed for them. If they want to win this contest, you've got to put at least 220, 250 plus. It's a good batting track. The wicket was very firm today before the start of play and won't change much as the day progresses.
Yeah, he played just a single though, couldn't find the gap. It was a good looking stroke though. And as he rightly pointed out so far, which is an evidence of it being a true surface. Clear across.
That was a peach of a delivery. Let's have a look at that one. A peach of a delivery. Let's have a look at that one. Bang on. Straight at the leg stump. See you later, says Pradyut. And jubilation.
Point region. They're on the attack now, are Qatar. Lots of fielders close to the bat. Kuwait, I beg your pardon. Looking for wickets is like a shark. It sniffs blood. And a bit fuller that occasion. Another dot ball.
Pradyut will continue. Picked up a wicket off the final delivery of his previous over. An excellent yorker to get rid of Ahyan. Another swing and a miss. Dot ball. Adi Mahfouz in at number 5. A lot of responsibility on that young shoulders.
Yeah, this time you're offering some width to the batter to play with, as Adi Denel makes his way out in the middle, and he'll have to face a bit of music and fire because these Kuwaiti balls are charged up, looking for wickets, and they mean business for sure. Would just be a matter of time. You feel that Kuwait is probably able to wrap up this Saudi innings. It's not been a fruitful outing for them in this tournament so far. Saudi Arabia, and there is a clear path to them losing consecutive wickets. And beaten on that occasion. Didn't really have much of a clue. He's into his third over. He's picked up a wicket. The run rate hovering around 3.5, it's 3.32 to be precise. Oh, cut him in half once again. What a delivery. Didn't really have much of a clue about that. It's the second time now in this over that he's completely bamboozled the batter. Lack of bounce, perhaps a bit of pace as well.
Very consistent with his line and length. Asking the batter to cut that away, drive it, make an error. Pradyut Kiri, impressive in his third over as well. Addy Darnell yet to get off the mark. That's going to be another dot delivery. 13 completed, 42 for the loss of 3. Saudi.
Fourteen then begins for Saudi. Addy Darnell is still fresh at the crease, not out on 0, yet to get off the mark. Driven down the ground, good piece of fielding on his own bowling. Ryan Aiden is into his 4th over, has been miserly, a figure of 0 for 3. This time he rocked back off the onto the back foot and absolutely slapped it straight to the fielder at mid-off.
Again, good fielding there. This time Rudransh Panchal. Excellent in his outfield. The phase 6 deliveries yet to put some runs on the board. It was good economy. Hasn't leaked much runs. It was in the air, but well shot from the bowler. This is good work. Kuwait skipper has been rotating his bowlers quite well, mixing it up.
Yeah, he's been hitting his lines and lengths immaculately well. Ryan, a bit of width on offer, and he's been supported well by his fielders as well. As over number 14 comes to a close, Saudi Arabia are 43 with 7 wickets left in the tank.
Pradyut Kiri around the wicket. No shot on offer. He's looking to play that towards the deep square. Was in 2 minds. Faiz Mohammed. Scoreboard just around fine, I would say. The 14th over mark. But these two batters need to carry on for at least another 10 overs or so. Build up a little partnership here and there. Surge those runs in. Another dot ball. Straight back to the bowler.
Change that angle for 1 ball. Now coming back over the wicket. Probably didn't like it. Run rate hovering around 3 as he goes after it. Nicely played. Was able to pierce the field on the offside. Threaded like a needle. A couple of steps down the track And thank you very much, he says. Good, proactive batting on that occasion.
Yeah, when you give him width on offer, fires. Brilliant striking, piercing the gap. It was a long chase, but the ball was away. 47 on the board.
Oh! Outside edge and streakish in that occasion. I think that's what was missing in the last game with Saudi. Just going into the shell, playing the waiting game with Fires in particular. Just waiting and then just handing his wicket away in the end. It's good to see him using his in this game, his taking initiative and the need, inspiring knock like that to get them to a respectable total. Not much has been happening for them in this tournament. Width on offer, wide, too wide. Is it? No, the umpire thinks it's legitimate at the end of the over at 48 for 3. He's faced 14 deliveries.
Another good delivery. Another single denied. Had the mid-off up in the circle. So that's another dot.
Right, it's Fires now. Back on strike. As the captain brings himself back. And that's the right way.
You don't want these two batters to get settled. Although Addy is yet to get off the mark. Faiz has been the one who's been getting those ones and twos and a boundary. They want to get another wicket or two. Again, that full delivery. Another dot ball. It's a good approach here by Faiz. He's been very watchful. He's been waiting for those loose.
I think
Addy surely under a lot of pressure here.
just sense something is about to give now. He's faced 9.
But the luck favors the batter. 18 completed. It's 50 for the loss of 3.
Bit of a conundrum really for Arabia. Are the out of the stumps? The bail's not coming off. Not sure if it's good or bad for Saudi Arabia at this stage. They want Arabia. Oh, they would have been happy with that wicket. Conundrum.
Very lucky was the batter. And unlucky was the back. So just the 1 over for Umar Abbas. Brings Rudransh into his 4th over. None for 5 in the first 3. There's that replay. It was a catch that they didn't attempt for. Let's have a look again towards that one. With that leading edge. I should have gone for that one. That's a good strike there. And Jainil with the dive. Excellent piece of fielding in the deep. Saving a couple of runs for his side.
It's all happening here at the Western International Cricket Stadium. Ball hitting the stumps, Bale's not coming off. A leading edge, almost carrying to the fielder. As you speak, another outside edge. Ball is an event. I'm speaking about I just wonder when he gets off the mark if they as over number 19 ends at 53.
Daksh will continue. It's another dot delivery for Addy. He's been holding his wicket well, whereas Faiz has been searching the runs for his side. Addy has been blocking his wicket, and the spinner spin the web. Again, that single denied. He played 4 overs in total and is yet to get off the mark, Addy.
We tried to break the shackles in the last over, but wasn't really successful as he hits a shot in anger. Finally gets off the mark. Does a huge relief, I'm sure.
First runs from the bat of Addy. Daksh Lakshman. Yeah, shot still trying between loops. Just wide from him. Quick release from that mid-off fielder as well.
Yeah, planting his left foot to the pitch of the ball. And then a decent swing of the bat to follow it up. And every dot ball is worth gold at this stage. And this time down leg side, and it's missed. Everyone has it a big appeal for. Was it for LBW? As it comes to a close, Saudi reeling at 54 for 3. With number 21, we are back after a hydration break. Eddie Daniel and Faiz Muhammad are two batters out there for Saudi. Oh, a bit of turn, a bit of bounce. And a slight appeal for it was a quick grab and dislodging the stumps instantaneously. Goodbyes and a direct hit. Another appeal is so happening at the West End International Cricket Stadium here. Is in for his fifth over. Flies out of that one. Towards the mid-off field and really on the eyes, that shot. And picks his spot through mid-field and saving 2 runs for his side. There, the fielder. They scored 1 in the end, so saving 3 in the process. Well done. Excellent effort in the deep. A lot of ground to cover. Saving runs always helpful. That's in the gap. That's a good strike. The long chase, but the ball's going to win it. Faiz continues with his good knock. And that good run with the bat ends the over the boundary. 21 completed. Saudi are 60 for the loss of 3. And a few runs coming in the last over. Is courtesy that man 5 25 now. Being a boundary of the last ball of that last over. And he's back on strike now. He's looking $1 million. Things hitting the meat of the bat. Looking for a single, and that's good piece of calling. A close call. The good about that single was that there was no hesitation. They set off almost immediately. It would have been curtains though had that ball hit directly. Got it, and he was a goner. Good running. Soon as he hit that from deep back on strike. He's got one job. And Addy, and that is to rotate strike, and unfortunately he makes an absolute protection there from Addy. All he had to do was rotate the strike, give it to Faiz. He's looking good. The ball was full. It was never there to be pulled. Maybe a premeditated stroke from his downfall as Sully loses another one. 62 they are now for the loss of 4.
With problem, it's going to be Mohammad Nabil who's walked out. In at number 6, joins in the centre. So that's will continue. Good bowling, targeting the stumps, and he was struggling. Was a quicker delivery for the incoming batter.
And now Saudi having to start from base 0 once again. Partnership's momentum was shifting slightly in their favour, and then we see that absolute situation batter as over number 22 and settle over then for Daksh. Saudi are 62 for 4. And the spin twins now operating.
Another very good. Straight towards the mid-off. Wanting the single. Denied by Faiz. The only set batter, I would say. The only comfortable batter.
He's by football right now. And also he's been played on a regular basis now, and as a result you can see Kuwait spreading out that field. So there are now singles for him to be taken. Oh, what a delivery! Spin bounce.
Quick glove work as well by Usman behind the stumps. Kuwait eyeing for that wicket of Faiz, who looks really good. Good temperament shown by the youngster.
I think they certainly feel the gates might open. He's probably the one man standing between them and what was the very last moment, and then ferociously cutting it. Number 23 comes to an end. Saudi nicely played, goes through for a single, a quick one, a direct hit. And once again, goes to the same man, and this time a fumble. A clean pick-up and throw would have been interesting for his team, as that ball's been played through the offside. A diving effort by a Kuwaiti fielder. We have faced this situation and found themselves again.
Daksh will continue. Daksh will continue. Loud appeal. That's worth the call. That's the wicket. Wicket number 5. UMS trapping in front of the stumps. And that's contribution of 31 of 71 deliveries. Again, Nadeem Arshad not taking much time. Wicket-keeper Rafe in at number 7. So now the quick delivery towards Aryan. The spinners bringing in those dot deliveries, counting on the batters of Saudi. Towards covers, takes a try at the stumps as well. Another dot ball, wrong red, but they didn't do it red. He's like a wall in the outfield. He's been called as the wall with the bat as well. Nerves of steel. That's what he was called in that. And another dot ball. Trying to target the stumps. Nice and easy. That's a wicket maiden.
Feel that they're a wicket or two away. Want him to get used to. Want him to get used to bowling at a certain part of an innings. However, when you're almost into the tail and you've picked up half of the opposition side, it might be a good time to call upon your bowling spearhead.
Yeah, there was a quick chat there between the skipper Umar and Rudransh right after that delivery. Just when he had spoken about it, one delivery before this, has he dropped? Oh, he's dropped it. He had taken the catch. What has happened? Is that a catch completed? Yes, it has been completed. What catch?
Yes, he was travelling that ball. It was cut and cut hard. It was travelling at the rate of knots. Went straight to the captain though, who made no. His reaction suggested as if there was something wrong, but safe and sound. He was absolutely flat, no celebrations at all, as if nothing had happened. It was right or stumping. I think they had a plan in mind as that close to them Saudi.
Ducks to continue. It's bowled really well. It's another dot delivery. Good attacking fielding as well by Ryan Aiden. Had extra covers. Sajjad Mansoor.
Six wickets down with only 7 runs on the board, and Kuwait licking their lips at this stage because they need a win and they need a big win as well. And they've gone through for a single, have they? Yes, successfully completing it in the end, playing with fire. The two batters were going straight to the fielder a bit slow though, and that's probably the reason why they were able to pull off that escape.
Quick running. Nabil and Sajjad. Sajjad at the DJ hit. And that was your wicket, number 7. Speed him up. There is the wicket number 3 for straight onto the stumps. Here.
His wicket away wasn't required at all. You've just lost a wicket in the last over. Almost an action relay. 130. Another huge appeal and a big mix-up. He sold his partner down the drain. What has he done? Survived that call, but not on this. Too late.
That's the wicket. Absolute chaos in the centre. No, at the end. Very watchful was Rudransh. Look at that fielder. Quick to release. And Nabil, there was no way he was coming back in time. 73 for 8.
Right. The end, it seems, is near now for Saudi Arabia. Another game in which they're threatening to get out. Just under 100. To play out the 50 overs. A few loose strokes.
For him. He's been bowling stump to stump line. That is, as bowler you can win that battle if the batter misses. And he's a little quicker through the air. The arm ball has been effective today.
Thing is giving himself full chance to pick up wickets, and you do that once you bowl wicket to wicket. I like to bring in those natural reactions, slow a little bit. If it does a little bit, turn sideways. Always keeping the batters honest and in check. Full marks.
Again, that similar delivery. Attacking the stumps. Well defended by Afan Ali. Still have another 20.2 overs after this to play for. There you can see, quicker one. He's been reading the game well, Dakshi's doing the smart thing here. He knows the batter came in forward. This time went for the quicker delivery. Forced him on the back foot. And with that slip there, there's always that psychological barrier also for the batter.
It'll be interesting to see if he tosses one up now to the tail ender. Just giving him the bait as over number 30 comes to a close. Saudi Arabia now a 74 for the loss of 8.
Rudransh to continue. I'm surprised with this move. Sending him in at number 10. Good intent. Has been really good. Okay. So we are back. It's time for the run chase, as Kuwait are searching just 76 to run to win this contest in their allotted 50 overs. And that's the batting card. Majdi, the skipper of Saudi, 10 of 12. Han, 20 of 31. Nehan got out of the very first delivery. Faiz got 31 of 71. Adi Mahfouz, 3 of 31. Then a run out for Nabil, 2 of 11. Rafe couldn't get off the mark, and so was the story for Sajjad. Afan got 2 of 16. Ahmed went away. Tahir was the last man to fall.
As we look at that bowling card by Kuwait, precise, and they were able to deliver the goods. These bowlers, 2 wickets apiece for Umar Abbas and Rayan Aiden. Daksh, though, was the pick of the bowlers, picking up 3 wickets with 3 maidens, and all the bowlers in general kept their lines and lengths and put the brakes on the scoring as well.
Yeah, Kuwait coming out to bat, looking for the bat of Umar. And if he does that today, we might be in for a very quick finish.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's exactly what he'll be eyeing in this contest for Kuwait's sake. Later on in this tournament, if net run rate comes into play, they would thank today if he's able to hunt down this total as quickly as possible.
Towards the business end of the tournament, 6 teams competing in the men's under-16 West Zone Cup 2025, being held in Doha, Qatar. As it's going to be Tahir to open the bowl. An easy one. But if you bowl well, you pick up early wickets, nothing is impossible.
Well, funnier things have happened in cricket, so it's never over until the last ball's bowled. What they will need to do is to help their cause, that is, pick up early wickets. The only way they can win this game is and they'll help their cause by going out attacking all out.
Now the first runs on the board as well towards the deep third.
Wide signalled by the umpire. It might as well be a bit of consolation, but these small victories do count in the longer run if you keep the bigger picture. They're still a team in the making. And the support staff out there, they realize it's still early days. At the tender age of 16 and below, it's not easy playing at the big stage where the spotlight is on you. It's being televised around the world. At this stage of their careers, it's all about learning and growing.
Yeah, this is the stage where talent meets opportunity. It's going to be a wide sliding down the leg. Another wide into the over. Already 3 runs on the board.
Well, the problem for Saudi at the moment is that Kuwait, with only 70 plus runs in sight, will never feel under pressure unless they lose a couple of quick wickets perhaps, but they'll know deep down in their minds that this total will stay manageable rather. This time drifting into his pads, helped on its way Usman Ghani to pick up the first boundary for Kuwait.
Yeah, I was drifting down the leg, just flicked away. There you can see the replay. Using the field spread. Just the 2 fielders outside the circle. Didn't have that much pace, but still the outfield is pretty quick. 7 on the board. Interestingly, Usman Ghani, we also have a wicket-keeper batter at the seniors team. His name is also Usman Ghani Patel.
If you're living in Kuwait and you aspire for your son to be the next big star in Kuwaiti cricket, why not name him as Usman Ghani? You might have a third.
Yeah, the senior team's doing wonder. And even the young Falcons, as they have been known as, are making a mark for themselves in this tournament. They win this game, they're very much in the hunt. Will be eyeing the semis and probably to play the finals. We've seen UAE in terrific form, winning the morning game as well, quite comfortably.
Well, they're a team to beat as a beautiful delivery missed by the keeper, not helping the cause. They run through for a bye as well in the process, as over number 1 ends with Kuwait with 9 runs on the board. 8 rather. Right, the skipper then getting himself into the attack, and they need an inspired spell of bowling from him if ever there was a time they needed their skipper to fire. It's right here today. Coming in to bowl the second over, as we see the lights coming on in the background as the sun starts to set in the backdrop. Beautiful scenes, and Kuwait enjoying every bit of it out there in the middle. They've had an excellent outing with the ball, and now they're enjoying the cooler conditions. Their batters certainly are.
Yeah, they will enjoy these conditions. Not much need as well. It's a pretty relaxed dugout as well of Kuwait. And that's the breaking shot. Straight towards the fielder though. Umar Abbas. Previous game was explosive right from the word go. And his intentions are clear here as well. You can see that big smile on his face.
It's important to win, and win big as well for Kuwait here. They're one of the contenders, prime contenders of this tournament. They have the likes of the UAE, Oman, and Oman to compete with later in the piece. And they would want to go in to those games with their confidence sky high.
Yeah, and it's all about that win that will bring your confidence up. Your batters getting runs through the bat. Your bowlers are already performing well.
And this time it was a bit wide, there to be hit. There was width on offer. He'd be disappointed, Usman Ghani, not able to put that ball away.
He's trying to hit that too hard. He's not using the pace of the bowler. Not trying to time it. Make use of that open field.
Absolutely, it's not always a game of strength, but timing and placement. And a bit of shape into the batter, finding a bit of lateral movement that we were talking about earlier. But he was right.
Most impressive bowler in that Saudi lineup. The captain, Bahrain. He was up with those. Another dot ball. End of the over. 2 completed, 8 for no loss.
He's a utility cricketer. The skipper, Majdi, starting off with the maiden. Tahir comes onto ball, trying to guide that ball down to the third man. Going straight to point.
Starts the over with a dot delivery. Umar a little careful with his approach today. He's not looking for the big shots that we saw in the previous game. It's because not a very big total. I'm sure even the coaches would have told them spend some time on the wicket, get some runs, a few grounded shots.
This time it was a bit short, and has he found the gap? Yes, he has, but he hasn't really got the power and timing behind it. The fielder from Medon coming across and keeping it down to just the one.
Yeah, the intention was to go for the big shot. Only getting a single towards the deep.
He's got to be careful with that length. The ball is keeping slightly low, and he's playing with danger, playing across the line. And this time the width was provided, but he wasn't really able to time it as well as he would have liked. Skied it, and a simple catch. Right into the bread basket it goes. Saudi Arabia making an early inroad, picking up that first wicket nice and early. As we look at that again, it was wide, it was there to be hit really, but not really being able to reach the line of the ball, and toe ending it to the fielder.
In comes the vice captain in at number 3, Kandarp. Tahir picking up that first wicket. Another short stay for the wicketkeeper Usman in this tournament. Needs to step up before that business end starts. 9 for the loss of 1. Good delivery. Attacking the stumps. Good forward defense by Kandarp as well.
Just going back to that last wicket, it was a nothing shot. Really wasn't a special delivery, has to be said. It was wide, it was full, hardly any movement, but a lazy shot, has to be said. Kandarp Shah, the new batter in. This time again full, and probably a bit of movement just after that ball pitched, as Kandarp in two minds, playing that ball slightly with an angled bat.
Good shape as well. A little movement that might trouble the batter early on. With the lights on, this game is pick up wickets. Not 1, not 2, at least 3 to 4 inside of the power play.
I like that length he's bowling. The line could be slightly towards the batsman as over number 3 comes to a close. Kuwait are 9 for 1. The fuller you bowl, the better your chances of picking up a wicket with the new ball. because it gives batters less time to side the ball, and if you can couple that with adjusting your line, it makes the batter play, increasing your chances.
Won't be predictable at all. Good field.
Not really going after the bowling for singles and doubles. Once again, a foolish delivery. Play to that man at gully.
Another dot delivery. Much the consistent. Started off with a maiden over. It's got 3 more dot deliveries starting off into the over number 4. Another 67 to win from here for Kuwait. Will be the second win on the trot. Started their campaign with a defeat.
And a bit of movement as we see. Played straight down the ground. Played with soft hands and he was off his marks straight away. And that's what was lacking, I think, in Saudi innings. The ability to rotate strike. A perfect example of how you do it with Umar Abbas there.
Yeah, look at that quick single towards mid-on. Rushing in. Good calling as well. Kandarp, Umar. They've played a lot of cricket together back home as well. They've built a lot of partnerships.
This time a bit of movement into the batter. An appeal, but not a confident one, as that ball was sliding down leg side.
They'll sneak in a single. That required run rate. It's dropping with every run being scored. 50 over 76 should be a cakewalk for any side.
This time he goes after it, straight as an arrow, and the fielder at mid-off is a mere spectator. Gave that the full Monty. It was up there, giving him an opportunity to free his arms as he ends the over with a boundary. 4 done then. 14, they are 15 rather, for the loss of 1.
Let's have a look at that replay. Flashing hard through the gap. The fielder is a spectator when he hits it so well. Good end to the over.
It's completely disappeared now, as we saw that in the last ball of the last over. No holes barred.
That was brilliant striking this time. Kanda joins the party as well. Exquisite timing on that one. Piercing the gap again. Look at that shot once again. The skipper.
Tried to hit it hard. Balance, timing, and keeping his shape.
Yeah, the head was still. Good extension of the arms. Getting close to the reach. $19 already on the board.
He's looked the most technically sound batter so far in this game, in my opinion. Balanced in his stance. Batting at that leg stump as a streaky shot, but it would yield him runs nonetheless. They come back for the second.
2 more added to the scoreboard. Just that flick. He's a very wristy batter as well. And as you said, he's one of the most technically solid batter in that Kuwaiti lineup. Technically solid when Saudi was batting. That reach of 76 is not that far now.
Leg stump middle and leg, and then he has that little trigger movement.
Yeah,
And
that's what the coaches tell you, right? Play it in the V for the first 25 runs. Play around with the field. Irritate the bowler.
Absolutely, it's easier said than done, because you have to have those strong forearm and core muscles to support your quest to play well within the V as well.
That was another good shot, resulting in a dot delivery. They should be eyeing to finish this at least before the 15th over, I feel.
Absolutely, the sooner the better. Aborting his run up. Just as he was about to deliver, just losing his mark just at the wrong time. And as you rightly pointed out, Herman, they would be eyeing for a quick finish here today, as that ball keeps a little bit low. And an unconventional looking shot. Over number 5 ends with Kuwait 21 for the loss of 1.
Time for some spin attack in search for a wicket. Kuwait looking pretty solid. 5 overs, 21 for the loss of 1, with the skipper and the vice skipper in the centre, chasing just the 76 runs to win this one. Omar trying to go big, and he gets the boundary, beating the fielder at mid-off. 4 runs to start the over number 6. Ahmed just bowling in the radar of the batter, and Umar is already, he likes batting against the spinners and takes the momentum on.
Yeah. Absolutely thumped down the ground. He was full, Ahmed Faisal, and got the treatment.
Yeah, they were asking for that appeal. It was a bump shot, as not out says the on-field umpire. So that's another dot ball. Previous contest, Ahmed bowled really well. Let's have a close look at that one. Yeah, probably hit the pitch before it travelled. Good sharp delivery. It's another dot ball.
It's not good enough, I think.
Good sportsmanship by Majdi, as he couldn't save the 4, telling the umpire that the body came in contact with the boundary line. That was bread and butter for a player like Umar, through covers. A big chase there.
Yeah, enough time for him to see that ball, and there's some misfield now, as these runs are coming thick and fast for Kuwait all of a sudden.
When you've just got 75 runs on the board, as a bowling side, should be going all attacking.
Yet another single now. They're starting to milk the bowling around. as over number 6 comes to a close. They're 31 now for the loss of 1, Kuwait. There's a bowling change being induced by the Saudi captain. Afan comes into the attack with his left arm orthodox. Flighted up and hits it down the ground once more.
Yeah, it was a pretty dolled up delivery. Finally enticing him with the flight on offer.
There's something that distracted the batter there. Something in the background. Looks nice and settled. Another flighted ball, this time using his feet.
Yeah, looking for that single. Cutting the flight on offer. Good thing to see is that they're not going for the aerial shots. Good mature innings here. They know the need is not a big one.
I think giving good deliveries, particularly in this format of the game, there is no rush at all. They've got ample time on hands, really, to chase this one down, and a bit of width on offer. Plays it straight to the man at extra cover. And more flight, more bait on offer. It's tempting, but he's just holding himself back, Umar Abbas.
Yeah, good smart cricket here. Not getting carried away.
Yes, rotates the strike once more, playing it with soft hands, clipping it away. Not taking any chances, Kuwait, then, as over number 7 comes to an end. They're 33 for the loss of 1.
Ahmed Faisal to continue. Previous over. For finally conceding just 2 runs.
Full toss and a bit of fumble by the fielder at extra cover. Go through for a single. He's hardly bat an eye in this innings, Umar Abbas, and yet he's going to run a ball. Tells you so much about how you don't really need to play out of your skins to score runs at a relatively good pace.
That was a good delivery from Ahmed. Darting it into the stumps. 42 more to win from here.
Only a miracle now can save Saudi from what would turn out to be their 4th consecutive loss in this tournament.
Surely a tournament for them to forget about.
Trying to cut That time, straight to the fielder.
But these are the kind of games that you go back, reflect on. A lot of learnings, of course. Young players, the stars of the future.
We were talking about those small victories earlier, and unfortunately for Saudi, they haven't really improved from one game to another. In fact, the total they got in this particular innings is less than what they were able to score in the last one, in the last game. So it's a bit of a demotion for them in this game. And no holds barred that occasion. He tries to go over the top. No timing on that one. Straight to the fielder, the captain accepting that catch. And something to smile about for the Saudis.
Yeah, that came in from the and wicket means a lot to them. As Umar departs for 18 of 21, Kuwait are 35 for the loss of 2. Ryan Aiden, he's the new man in at number 4, will be at the non-striker's end. As the wicket came off the final delivery of the over. Ahmed getting rid of Umar Abbas. As Afan Ali will continue. Another left arm spinner.
Lets that one go straight to the keeper. A dot ball to start over number 9. You've seen lots of left arm orthodox spin on display in this particular tournament. Lots of spin, in fact, as a little misfield, but the batters deciding not to run for that one.
Yeah, good fielding, although it was a little misfield. Didn't do any damage whatsoever.
Using his feet, dancing down the track. It's a good option always against the spinners. Another shot that's been missing in this tournament so far has been we haven't seen many batters employ that successfully.
So his bat in the previous game showed the nerves of steel when he was batting. But here Kuwait is very watchful. 8.3 overs, 36 for 2.
Rocking back onto the back foot and was firmly struck. Unfortunately, though, going straight to the fielder. A metre or two on either side, and that ball would have fairly raced away. This outfield is faster than a Ferrari on a Doha highway for the loss of 2.
Ahmed to continue. Starts with a dot delivery. Kandarp. He's got 11 of 19. Alongside him, Ryan Aiden. He's faced 3 deliveries, yet to get off the mark.
Yeah, they're looking to achieve these runs as quickly as possible now. Kuwait, it's just a matter of time. Lost 2 wickets in the process as that ball goes through the fielder once more. It's been a profitable area, that one, as a valiant effort in the field, sliding towards the ball. It all goes in vain though. And it was short and enough time for the batter to punch that ball.
It's all about placement there by Kandarp. Didn't try to hit that too.
Very, very popular in Qatar, that sport. Obviously hosting the 2022 version of the Football World Cup. And it's amazing how you can transfer a skill set from one game to another. The beauty of sports. In general.
Another single added on brings Ryan Aiden on strike. Promoted up the order in at number 4 today.
This time he goes wide of the crease.
Playing that late cut. .5 overs. Ahmed giving away 17 runs. Has picked up a wicket though.
Yeah, once more you see that angle created as from wide the crease, and once again the ball going through extra cover and lightning fast outfield this is. It's a bit of a cliche, but it's true each time we say it. He is really upset with that fielding effort, is Ahmed. As we look at that again, he's rightly disappointed. That ball should have been stopped. Didn't really get down on it on time. The over comes to an end. Inching closer to victory now are Kuwait at 45 for 2. Crossing over for another single. Start off over 11, hovering around 4.5.
Getting closer to the target. Ryan getting off the mark with a 4.
Oh, where did that come from? Turn and keeping low as well, outside edge. The ball's running away to the fence.
He's playing that late. Was Ryan Aiden. Getting closer to victory. Just another 26 from here to win. Bowling end as well, I would say.
A bit short, and was there an outside edge? Judging by the reaction from the slip cordon and the keeper, it did seem like one.
Yeah, Rafit dropping that one. That came in from the toe end of the bat. Ryan, he's been given a lifeline. Chance there.
Ryan Aiden, he would consider himself lucky to be still out there as we look at that replay, and I think there was something on it. The toe end, he was looking at his bat as well, was Ryan, which is another indication of that ball perhaps taking a feather on its way to the keeper. There's a discussion now ongoing about the ball. Afan is not happy with the shape of it.
Yeah, probably the thread work coming out. It's been trimmed away by Mohammad Usman, the on-field umpire. Gain flight and width. Another dot.
That's not a bad ball to bowl if you're looking to pick up wickets. There's slip in place. Every likelihood of a batter mistiming it as well. This time plays it off the bat straight plays it straight to the same man as over number 11 comes to an end. Kuwait now 26 away from victory, 50 for 2. Harmony finally coming into ball.
Fuller delivery. Trying to work that through covers. Another dot ball.
Yeah, as you suggest, it might not be enough at this stage. And an outside edge taken. They're appealing. Has it carried? Might be the only question, because it certainly came of the outside edge. They're having a chat. He's not sure. Ahmad in the slips.
Brilliant effort there. Surely the leg umpire will have a word, as Nadeem Arshad didn't have the best view, but the leg umpire Mohammad Usman will be referred there. Let's have a look at that replay. Nice flighted delivery. Oh, excellent effort, but I reckon that did bounce on the ground, hit the grass.
Yeah, how did Ahmad not know that? I'm sure he did. A bit cheeky there.
No, I feel sometimes you can give him the benefit of doubt. It's not easy to judge, but good effort. Very, very good effort.
Definitely. They're never easy when they're coming to you at the rate of knots. You're standing at slips. Oh, what an absolute jeffer. That is zip, turn, bounce. A dream leg spinner's delivery.
That squared up the batsman by all ends. Brilliantly bowled. How did that not hit the edge of the bat? Fies, you beauty. Two very good deliveries on the trot.
Can't help but say, but we were devoid of some quality leg spin action here today. One of the most difficult pieces of art in the game, leg spin bowling.
It's a true art. You could be an off-break bowler, but leg spin. Another dot ball towards mid-on Majdi. Now you see those shoulders dropping of the Saudi fielders. Kuwait just 25 away from victory.
Oh, that was a little bit risky, whipping it away off the stumps. Going through for a single to complete over number 12. .52 they are now for the loss of 2. Driven, and it's been a hot spot, that area. Cover, short extra cover. Flighted out once more, and once again that man has extra cover coming into play.
Ahyan has been kept busy. Hat-trick of deliveries going towards Ahyan. Another dot delivery.
Heavy best fielder placed in that region tonight. A bit short, and this time trying to drag that ball towards onside. The ball going through, a good effort by the fielder, but it doesn't stop the batters from running through for a single.
Now the single brings Skandar back on strike. Head straight back to the bowler, another dot delivery. As a batter, you'll be wanting to finish off the game, stay unbeaten.
Yeah, you don't want to be losing any more wickets from this point onwards. And I think that's the kind of mood these Kuwaiti batters are in as over number 13 comes to a close. They're 54 now, with still 8 wickets left in the tank. Right, so over number 14 now in progress. Another 22 runs to clinch their second win in this tournament, and they're happy at the moment to do it in singles.
Bats on, down the ground most of the shots.
It's a good delivery. Faiz Mohammadi batted well early.
Brilliant, dancing down the track and heaves it away. There was no one in the deep, just around the boundary line. 1 bounce and a 4. 18 more to win.
Measures taking the aerial route. Second consecutive delivery now. He's down the track. Not getting the result he got in the last ball, but a couple nonetheless.
And the batters capitalizing on it, converting that into a full toss.
Yeah, this time he hears us, I think, from the comm box. Changing the pace, darting it in.
And that was a better delivery. And that should be the end of the over as well. 14 completed. Kuwait 61 for the loss of 2.
It's a matter of time now that Kuwait are able to chase down this total. Only 15 required.
Watchfully played, hit back to the bowler.
It's been a clinical performance by this Kuwaiti team as a stepping stone towards greater things later in this tournament. Uses his feet and he's got a good piece of it, hasn't he? Yes, he has. A few bounces into the rope.
That was a brilliant strike, crawling away for a 4. Just 11 more to win.
It's good to see a batter finally not afraid of using his feet, taking the spinners on. And it's some dividends already. Cutting down on the spin, converting a potentially length delivery into a half volley.
Just the 10 more to win. So Ryan, 10 of 16, Kandarp 31 of 40 deliveries. He'll be a happy batter, getting that much needed match practice and also getting the runs on the board.
Yeah, happy chappy. Yeah, happy chappy, as they call it. Requiring 10 for victory. Kuwait would be more than happy with this performance. Faiz Mohammed. Batted well earlier for Saudi, and he's done a decent job with the ball in his hand as well. Kandarp Tashar has been out there for a while now, as Ryan Aiden tries to heave that ball across the line, crossing over for a single.
Getting closer towards that target. Just 8 short from another full toss. Kandarp hammers that one straight towards the fielder Tahir in the deep. Lucky enough was Faiz on that occasion. Just the single.
As sloppy piece of work there by the fielder. No damage done though. As we see more evidence of that spin coming into play, looking for a single, deciding against it. Over number 16 coming to an end. Kuwait are 70 for the loss of 2. Kuwait with 6 shy of victory. Ryan Aiden is certainly going down that route as he's cleared the fence on the full and brings up victory in style for Kuwait. A comprehensive, and he wasn't holding back on that one, was Ryan. He had the license to and taking his side home on this contest. And there are handshakes going on in the middle. It's been played in the right spirit. They've ticked all the boxes here tonight. And with this victory now, they're well and truly in this tournament. Played 3, won 2. 6 for victory. Did it quite comprehensively in the end. They lost their openers in the process, but Khandarb and Ryan stayed out there in the middle, making sure that there was no drama. As for the bowling figures in this short-lived innings for Saudi Arabia, the only two successful bowlers were Ahmed Faisal and Tahir Aslam, picking up a wicket apiece. Majdi Afan and Faiz were economical, went wicketless as this innings came to a close. Highlights then of this innings: it was a good start from Kuwait, playing it smart. They were a bit circumspect in the beginning, but scoring lots of runs through that extra cover region was the preferred go-to zones for almost all batters in this innings. When the ball was there to be hit, they didn't really shy away, playing shots down the ground through mid-wicket as well. In between, a couple of wickets were picked up, a few sloppy misfields from the Saudi fielders as well. But all in all, it was a performance that Kuwait will be really, really proud of, as towards the end they upped the ante with a few aerial shots and ending that innings in style with a maximum. Too long gone. The match summary then: Saudi Arabia winning the toss, deciding to have the first use of this surface, were bundled out for a meagre 75. Faiz Muhammad, the pick of the batters, getting 31. Hajdi were the other two batters to enter double figures. For Kuwait, it was a piece for Ryan and Umar, while Pradiot picked up 1 wicket. Kuwait in reply, it was while only losing 2 wickets. Khandarb staying out there, scoring 33, Umar Abbas 18. Umar Abbas and Ryan both in fact getting 18 apiece, with Usman scoring 5. The only two successful bowlers for Saudi being Tahir and Ahmed, picking up a wicket apiece. Right, so that's all we've got from here. We'll see you soon with the presentation ceremony.
West Zone Cup 2025, the game between Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait winning it quite comfortably by 8 wickets. Saudi were totaled out for just 75, a commendable performance by the bowlers of Kuwait, and in the run chase, the batters of Kuwait overs or so to get towards it. Firstly, we'll have a chat with the losing team captain, that is Mr. Majdi. Can we have you, Majdi? Majdi, another game didn't go in your favor.
Same story, same another day, bad loss. Nothing to say again. Honestly, the pitch wasn't that easy to bat on. The ball was kind of sitting on, and the spinners got a great turn. But yeah, we were like 60 to 70 runs short, definitely. And if that was the score, bowlers could have definitely done the job.
Yeah, you started off well, I would say, the first, but then those 2 wickets in a flow, and then no other batters really took the responsibility.
I know exactly. Yeah, kept on happening in each game the same way. The bowling as well. We got a great start. Couldn't grab many catches as well. I dropped a couple of them, and in the slip cordon and everything, just not alright.
Yeah, 75 on the board was not going to be enough.
And never a day. Never. Any
Well,
day.
all the best for the next game.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Majdi, who finished second today. Now we'll have a word with Umar Abbas, the captain. Umar, you'll be a happy man. 2 on the trot.
Yes, of course, very happy, but feeling not to put our collars up as we have 2 matches to go to the final and win it as well, inshallah.
You bowled really well. Again, 2 and 2, and then you were on a hat-trick. Other bowlers came in. Spinners, Daksh bowled really well, Rudransh. And I was surprised to see Aryan not bowl today.
Yeah, I guess we were doing with the combination with the flow as both lefties are doing good, so thought to giving them all the 10 overs as it was going good, so just no need to do any experiment now.
Nothing wrong with the batting as well. You started off well, a comfortable victory. 76 was never a big target.
Yeah, it was good. We restricted them to a good target, I guess. We fielded well, we bowled well, which gave us the opportunity to restrict them, and it was a good game.
Have a good one coming once.
Thank you.
Well, that was the winning team captain, Umar Abbas. Very happy. Now we'd like to invite Miss Shivani Mishra, the coordinator of this tournament, to give the player of the match, which goes to Daksh for picking up 3 wickets in a spell. Can we have Daksh, please? Well,
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, the wicket was pretty flat, so I had to ball line and length properly, yeah.
you bowled really well. You got the good mix-up as well. Flighted deliveries, the quicker ones, the arm ball, I've seen it being really effectively used.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep on giving the same thing, you got to change it with the variations as well. And yeah, that picked up the wickets for me.
Yeah, you did really well. All the very best for the upcoming games as well, and keep picking up wickets.
Thanks so much, thank you.
That was the player of the match, Daksh, who did really well with the ball. And that's the end from today's coverage. Kuwait getting those 2 points, a comfortable victory by 8 wickets.